So this is the 12 months ended December 31st, 2017, 2018, 2019. And bear in mind, for most of this time, the company was private. So you're looking at a lot of private funding that came in, and then some public money. But what amazing numbers. You see the scale of growth here. And as the company grew, obviously, cost of goods sold was jumping up. Pretty nice absolute jump in gross profit right here last year. So this was a leap between a gross loss in its third year looking back to this little bit of gross profit to here. You started to see some scale last year. And likewise, research and development expenses, these are going to be going up for the foreseeable future because the company is always experimenting with these pea protein isolates. So it can make all sorts of meat from patties and plant-based sausages. And they keep trying to improve the taste. I know I've already seen some comments about Beyond Meat versus Impossible. And we'll get into that as well because Impossible Foods is not publicly traded yet, but this is sort of has been the prime opportunity to invest in this space in a public sense for the time being anyway. And you can also see a lot of selling expenses, overhead rising, loss from operations with all this growth, with revenue going from 32 million to almost 300 million. So nearly, I mean, this is more than 9 times in just 2 years. They actually were almost profitable on an operating basis last year. A little bit of debt on the books we can see from this interest expense. This is a one-time item here. So these loss numbers aren't bad at all for a company that is in sheer growth mode, is trying to capture as much of this market as it can. And we will talk about competition because it's not just Impossible Foods that Beyond Meat is up against. It's up against the big ag companies, the Sysco Foods of the world. It's not Sysco, the tech company, but Sysco, the food company, and other big ag that wants to be able to have the same type of products out in grocery stores.